versus Pinball. We will not surrender. And we're here again, if you can't tell, with the Iron of the Maiden. Let's see if I remember how to play this game. Do not remember where that ramp is. Still don't. Yeah. At least we got that left ramp. Hopefully everyone's having a good Monday and doesn't mind that I started a little bit early. I'll get my phone out in a second so I can follow the chit chats. Oh, man, I'm missing that ramp. I don't think I've hit that ramp once. Icarus. Alright. Try to get a good Icarus. It's gonna be hard not being able to hit the ramps to have a good Icarus though. That's gone. Got lucky. Got our first power jackpot. That was unnecessary. There we go. Oh. That was late. That was late. That was something. Oh, we almost got it off a backhand. Or like a, I guess it would be a panic flip. There we go. First try. That's rough. That was never going to have enough on it. I think that was our second power jackpot. There we go. Don't know how we're running out of time already. Ah. We needed 350,000 points to get that done. That's alright. There's my mobile dashboard. I am up to 179 followers, which is completely ridiculous. So thank you to everyone that decided to support the stream. One away from 180, which is how numbers work. 180 is after 179. Oh, that second one was way off. There we go. Sweet. Alright, so we got our sarcophagus locked, so we can start pounding on the sarcophagus to get our mummy multi-ball ready. We'll explain some rules, because I don't think I've ever explained the rules to Maiden very well. White shots spell Eddie. Once you spell Eddie, on the Premium, that ramp flips up. On the Pro, you just have to hit the back, the target, the bullseye target, to get that started. This is the farewell stream for Maiden. Much like everything that comes into this place. It will leave. Oh, I tried to beat that around. On this mode, you have to make sure to hit your shot before it reverts like it just did. Because now we have to start over. There we go, we got that one. We really want to be on the left flipper now. Yeah, just like that. Crap. That didn't count because we didn't go all the way around. And our revive saved us there. There we go. That counted. So now we need to hit that center. And the center will activate the starboard shots, which we just hit one right there. Now we need to hit the ramp. Just like not that. We used our other revive. There we go. Now we've hit all our shots, so now we have to go to that upper. Got an add-a-ball there. Let's see. Oh, we need. I've never gotten this. Well, I've gotten this far, but I've never finished it. There we go. Now we're starting back over. Oh, we got so lucky there. Oh crap. No, I was gonna say. I was like, that was gonna be so dirty if we didn't get that. Look at that soul shard. Heck yeah. That's how you. Oh, and then we drain. That was a good Mariner, though. Usually it doesn't go that well. Usually it's a trash dumpster. I think we just need one more power jackpot for an extra ball, if that's still how the rules work. I'm not sure if that's correct anymore. Might be operating off of a rule fallacy. Or a code fallacy, that's something that used to be in the code that's not there anymore. What's up? Hey Johnny Deluxe. Thank you. That was pretty cool. It's always fun to get pretty far in those modes, because I think a lot of people don't make it very far, and then they don't know that it's actually worth some tasty points. I think that's why I have a fondness for this game, is if you make it far enough into something, the points will come. This is the best Fear of the Dark, with Elwyn just kind of meandering through the woods. It's pretty sweet. Don't die, because I like this. Crap. That's not the angle you want your ball to be traveling around at. There we go. I'd like to take my Trooper with this. So hopefully Trooper can be brought into this and we can have fun. There we go. Alright, so now we need to hit some purple shots, and then if we hit that right ramp, we can double our spinner points on Fear of the Dark. But we have to be cognizant about how much time we have left. Like, it's lit right now, I think. So we need to hit that spinner, but we definitely need to hit the orb right now. Not that spinner. We wanted to hit the other spinner. There we go. I think I got the extra ball. Okay. And we got a little bit of an added time. And we just drained out of it like a idiot. Ah! That's not how you want to do that. That was a sad Trooper and lack of capitalization on the, whatever the heck that's called, Fear of the Dark. That was a bad Fear of the Dark. There is an argument to be had for doing Fear of the Dark in single ball play. It requires confidence to do it, but just like any time you're doing, you know, that might kill us. Alright, cool. Let's go here. Oh, I could have saved that so easily if I was a better pinball player. Ah, I just got done listening to the latest Pinball Show podcast, and there was some interesting context on there. They had really good discussion about whether or not the current model of rolling out a game is the best. I think I misinterpreted what Dennis was saying. Dennis was saying that they should announce the game years in advance, saying like, we have X title, but I thought he was saying they should just show their product, like show what they have, like put their cards out there. And that's kind of the stance that I have, is like the current model shows a I'll do a disclaimer. I would say it could project a lack of confidence in your product's ability to sell itself. So you have to rely on FOMO and smoke and mirrors to kind of sell. Which, to be clear, I don't think that was needed for Beetlejuice. I think Beetlejuice would have just sold no matter what. But Zach's counterpoint to it, or what he was saying, was like, you want your customers to make a highly emotional decision and just make that decision really quick. You don't want them to sit there and analyze and overthink, because then they have ways to justify not spending thousands of dollars on the item. Where oh crap, I would kind of counter that with the fact that this model lends itself to people getting burned on certain titles, and then maybe that leaves a bad taste in their mouth, especially if they're new to pinball. and their first machine they buy, let's say they get caught in the FOMO and they buy it, and then they lose 4 or 5 grand in value, if not more, on it. How likely do you think that customer is going to be to buy another pinball machine after having that experience of losing almost the price of a Stern Pro? Oh crap, I'm not late enough on this shot ever. So I thought it was an interesting discussion to have. Oh crap, I cannot hit that. I don't know why I can't hit that shot. There we go. I think I hit it too late though. Yeah, I would love to have a really good Fear of the Dark at some point.
3, 2.
Nah, I didn't hit the... I don't even think the extend would help there. That was just a power jackpot. So Fear of the Dark is done. That was sad. That was very sad, Fear of the Dark. Try to demonstrate some point in this stream a good Fear of the Dark. I'm gonna grab a drink of water real quick. Alright. It's not a terrible game. It feels like it's been a worse game than it's been so far. Got spinners done at least. Such a good layout. Oh crap. Thought we were gonna hit that. Ooh, there we go. Oh, we didn't light our locks though. We still have to hit that. Alright, we got Aces High, which is another 2-ball multi-ball mode. There's 2 of them. There's Aces High and then Rime of the Ancient Mariner. They're a little bit different in that Aces High starts off with your balls in play, whereas on Rime of the Ancient Mariner, you actually have to hit it back up the middle to start the multi-ball, whereas Aces High just gives you the multi-ball to start with. And since Iron Maiden is leaving, I might not have another game here for next Monday. Not intentional, but I gotta slow down the purchasing because after tomorrow I'm gonna make a decision on whether or not I want to do a Walking Dead remastered. Hit it? Did I not hit that? Come on, get the middle. I got a power jackpot. That's something. Ugh. I want to go up the middle. Please let me go up the middle. That sucks. I can't get a ball separation here to get it up the middle. I'm trying so hard. Did that count? That did not count. Man, that middle is something right now. We may never know what happens if you hit the middle on this game. Nope, not enough. Here we go. Ugh. That count? There we go. At least we hit the middle. Oh crap, that one's gone. I got a cough now, but I'm trying not to. That was almost a drain from the cough.
No one wins.
Not terrible. That was. Let's try to hit a shot. Not a post, a shot. Not a post, a shot. We need to up our ramp game and our orbits, apparently. There we go. Ooh, that should have been a drain. Might still be. Alright, there we go. Oh, that was a really ill-timed shot right there. Crap. Trust the bounce. Be the bounce. Alright, cool. There we go. Alright, we took a lock, so... And we also have a battle ready, so we'll probably just let this fall down and hopefully go right back up the middle. Start Flight of Icarus. You really don't want Trooper because it's too many balls for Icarus. But we'll see if we're hitting the ramp or not. Just kidding. We'll just die immediately. We are not, in fact, hitting the ramps. I repeat, we are not hitting the ramps. We had a revive, that's why we didn't shake the machine like a madman. This still might have been a poor decision. How did it... Sometimes I miss and I'm like, how did I miss both ways? Hey Irish Luck, what's up? Hopefully everything's going well for you today and this week. I did a combo. Yes! Alright, so we got our sarcophagus lock, so we can start progressing toward mommy too. Or mummy. I'd really like to get this next lock. Just what I would like to do. Like that. Alright. So, let's try to hit some ramps. We really need orbits to get Cyborg, so if we just wanted to assume that we're not going to be able to hit ramps, we could just ignore everything. It is harder to do Icarus in a multi-ball, he says as ripping 2 ramps. I did do it! Alright, let's get this soul shard. Oh, you son of a biscuit. There we go. Oh, we got the super. How did we do that? I want that to go up that ramp, please. Oh no, I'll just drain 2 balls. That's fine. Crap. That was not the... That was almost a straight down the middle. That count? We got the soul shard. We got a 2x soul shard. You get a 3x if you hit the bullseye. I would love to shoot that left ramp. I cannot tell you how much. Huh. How new... Okay, you played them both and really enjoy them both. Are you a newer player or just newer to having pinball at home? And keep in mind, this is just an opinion that I'll have, not like the gospel. Do what you think is best, ultimately. That's bad. I don't like it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I wish that sling wouldn't have fired. That would have been a lot cooler. Oh, a little bit early on that. Ooh, look at that. Let's post pass over. Hit that ramp. Get our super slings. Not a noob. I don't think Harry Potter is officially code. I don't think Harry Potter is code complete yet. Godzilla is super code complete, and it kind of rewards you along the way. Like as in, oh, if that went up that ramp, that would have been like the best thing in the world. Heck yeah. Really wanted that mummy. Now I'd like to hit any shot. That's crazy how it knows which one was the loop and which one was not the loop. That is insane, actually. I will. How about that? You like that? You like to shoot and catch a ball? Yeah! This really is an awesome game. Look, I got a loop jackpot. I think we're supposed to hit the mummy again. That's... Ooh, I don't know how that came back. Oh, it was kicking a ball out. I'm like, no, you take the ball. We're done. Got a mummy jackpot on the road, though.
Echo's tomb treasure.
Will do. Oh, come on, that was early.
Showtime.
That showtime lets you know that Cyborg is ready.
Shoot the underworld.
Will do in a second. Let me just get that. Now we like, can I play with madness?
Can I play with madness?
Yeah, I had a, so can I play with madness supersedes the others, the other modes, which is fun. Because now I'm not going to be able to hit anything. Our, sorry, I'll answer your question in a second.
I shall return from out of fire.
Oh, I hit that, you jerk. Hey! Stop moving out of my way! Where'd that other ball go? I know it's somewhere up there. Maybe it's waiting to have a good moment to kick it out. I'm afraid to shoot that. You'll just move again. You did it again! You turd. Let's try to... Let's try to get it up there. See if it'll kick them both out. Huh. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh crap. It's like maybe that ball's lost somewhere else. Ooh, look at that. Right into Cyborg. Yeah, I think it depends on, like, if your family's, like, super into Harry Potter, then that might be the thing. My issue with Potter is that everything just kind of runs together. It's kind of, and not in a good way. Like, you don't really have a lot of pinball moments. Kind of what I've said before is when everything's a moment, nothing's a moment. Kind of feeling, if that makes any sense. And that's how I feel about JJP, because everything's always happening all the time. So it doesn't feel like, gosh, if this game would give me a second, I would say so many wonderful opinions. Alright, let's do that. There we go. Your first two orb jackpots give you an add-a-ball. And they do give you a little bit longer ball save. And if you can make it deeper into this, you can really start hammering it. Need orbits. The easiest one is to get the one that's attached to the spinner right there, which we didn't get because it didn't go all the way around. That one will count. It didn't, somehow. Maybe it's a specific orbit now? Crap. Crap. I'm trying. Not really working. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm trying to get that orb. This is problematic because I don't really want to put that flipper down. There we go. No more add-a-balls though. That will be a ramp. We need spinners and orbit, which we can get on that one middle shot if we can actually hit it. Oh, that was almost it. Oh. Oh, dirty. But I would say both of those games would be fine. Obviously, Harry Potter is going to be a little bit more draining on the... it's going to be a little bit more draining on the wallet than like a Godzilla Premium on the used market. So I think your value for your buck, if you're cost conscious, I think you'd be able to get a pretty sweet deal on a Godzilla Premium, especially since they just came off the line with Stern. So people will be fighting with the new in-box supply again. Oh, that sucks. I hate when you have like a really good ball and then your extra ball is absolute dumpster fire. Yeah, JP Home Edition. It's a pretty good game. Jack Danger killed it on that. Oh, that was a good game. We didn't even crack the high score list. Felt like I was doing things though.
Let's go.
Maiden can be such a rude game sometimes though. I feel like a lot of good things happened on that though.
Eddie to light battle.
I feel like you can blow it up and then get blown up by it, like in the same stream pretty easily. Don't like that.
Is this a surrender then?
Yeah, I would say the used market, because Harry Potter is still, you still can't, I mean, you can find them used, but people aren't taking anything off of them, really. So they're pretty much holding consistent with new in box, which is interesting. But like, if you waited for the right Godzilla Premium, you could probably get a Premium for under 8K with relatively low plays. Just my opinion. So, like, for a value proposition, you have one game that's essentially been goated as the best thing ever, Godzilla, for the longest time. So it has proven, I guess, market stability. Whereas Harry Potter is still in production, so you don't know where that's going to end on the great scheme of pinball. But the other thing about Godzilla is there's a crap ton of Godzillas out there. I think that they were saying on the Flippin' Outs or the Pinball Show stream that they think that they're right around 15,000 Godzillas sold across all models. I don't think that there's over 26K, because if it was over 26K, I think that Stern would have came out and kind of tooted their horn that they had surpassed Addams Family as the highest production game to date. I think that would be a case where Stern would actually break their rule and explain how much they actually produced. Give themselves a pat on the back for having the highest produced game in modern history or pinball history. I think that that's something they would come out and say. But they would have to get to about 20K before that happened. Because I think Addams Family was either right at 20K or just under 20K. Maybe it was like 19 and some change, if I remember right. We gotta actually hit jackpots on this mode to move forward. We've hit 0 still. And we've used a revive, not ideal. We still have not hit a jackpot, if anyone's keeping track. That ball is dead. Does that count as a stuck ball? I guess it would. Make it easier to hit these. Oh, look at that. Brought it back in. I wonder if that would count as a stuck ball, or if you would be allowed to keep shooting in the hopes that the vibration, much like what just happened, and like in a tournament, would benefit you, bringing it back into play. I don't know. It's interesting. I've never really thought about that out loud. These are just thoughts. Pinball thoughts with pinballs.
Don't worry, it happens to a lot of dead guys.
So going back, circling back in my random stream of thought, this will be the last Maiden stream. It's going off to a new place. Oh, well done indeed. All my tortoise lights went out, and one of these lights went out, so it's extra dark. Cool.
Ball 3 locked.
Yeah. So as soon as it hits 20,271, Stern's gonna start beating their chest and letting everybody know, I would assume. I can't imagine that they wouldn't. I need to go up the middle, so I need to get this ball in a trap. Or at least moving like that. Alright, there we go. What mode are we in? We're in Just Trooper? I think we're in Just Trooper. Look at that. We got 2x ready. 2x going. 2x gone. 2 balls gone, more like it. Ah, crap. I missed everything over there. And now we're done with it. Got a double jackpot on the way out. This stupid light likes to just shut off on its own, and I've not found a reason why it should do that. It's like my playfield lighting. Yeah, I would say that the loop is much easier for me on Jurassic Park than it is on Iron Maiden. No, hey, Spaceship Pinball. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but like, I'm so tired of people defending these companies like they're small little babies. You are not going to find a bigger fan of what Barrels of Fun is doing, but I also believe in equity and calling people out when they need it, and I believe that sharing numbers would not be a big thing. And it wouldn't cause near the chaos as what Pinside projects it would be. But I am done with that, and I'm happier for it. I've spent a couple days off of that thread, so I'm feeling pretty good about life. But I'm excited about going to Houston. I'm still excited about getting my Winchester. I just, made a comment that it wouldn't hurt to put out the numbers, like where people can expect to be in the queue. Like, not like a public list, like here we're, issuing a casting call, but just give people a generic idea. I'm just a schmuck that likes to play pinball and stream pinball, so what do I know? But what I do know, just being a schmuck, is that there were only 200 direct sales of Winchester, and then for distributors, I'm pretty confident that Zach from Flipping Out, this is all conjecture on my part, I don't know this for certain, but he got 100 if I had to guess. So you have 200 direct orders, 100 going to distributors, and then you have another 100 going overseas. So let's do some public math. So you have 200 plus 200, right? That gives us 400. So there's only 125 left to account for, which those are going to be split amongst the other distributors. So I just wouldn't be hard to explain how you're allocating these machines or what your distribution plan is. And a lot of people misunderstood that I was looking for a by name list. Maybe I wrote it that way. But what I was really meaning is, like, just there's only one model, so just tell us, like, when you start producing these things at your maximum production, is it going to be distributors one week, direct orders the next week, distributors the next week, and just keep alternating? Like something like that, because people are excited, and I think it's fair to ask these questions. Like I said, it comes from a good place. It doesn't come from like a bad place where I'm just trying to, undermine or talk trash about what Barrels is doing. Yeah, I know that there's some big distributors that did not buy into the Winchester hype, and I think that's mostly because some of it might have been allocations for other games that they'd already committed to and knew that their outlays would be too significant to put a big push in for Winchesters. Because these numbers get big for these distributors. It's a lot of money to fork over in one time. But I'm confident that I'll hear something, hopefully this month. Yeah, flipping out is by and far the largest that I know of, you know, that I have a good guesstimate on, that they got a good allocation, because Zach is an actual pinball person. I mean, he's a very astute business person, but he also knows good pinball when he sees it. And I think that he was the smart one and saw it really quickly. He's like, oh, I like this. And he's like, I can sell this. Or even better, I don't need to sell this. It's going to sell itself. So there's no reason for me to even worry. This is like, you know, free money. If that makes any sense.
You don't have much time.
I don't know if the orb right now will increase my time. Let's find out. Yeah, that gave us 10 seconds when we hit the orb. So we got some more ramp time for Icarus, but you'll be surprised at how quickly this goes out. We need to cash out if the game will allow it. There we go. Now we have our soul shard shot.
Soul shard is mine.
Oh, that's crazy. That is sick. Did someone raid me? Hey, Andrew. That's my kid. Are you home, by the way? So the other interesting thing, Space Sheep, was that out of all the angst that I caused by asking a question of distribution / production schedules, we did get some information that was actually somewhat useful. One person posted their order number for Direct, and they said that they ordered right as Kerry Hardy did his video. So that came out prior to Barrels actually sending out the official emails. So he... Oh god, I love that so much. Get in my belly. Oh, wait. Sweet. Okay. So, I thought that... Oh, crap. I thought Get in my belly was a Maiden call-out. Shut up, Andrew. I heard Get in my belly, and I was like, how have I never heard that Maiden? And it's one of my alerts for my followers, so whoever followed, greatly appreciate that you followed, and we're now at 180 followers, so that's sick. But let me finish my thought. We actually did get some good information. He was like number 4150, so if we make the assumption that he was like one of the earlier direct orders that went into Barrels of Fun, and then I think it was Benjamin out in California said he was like in the 4160s somewhere, and I'll go ahead, I'm not going to tell the exact number, but I'm also in the 4160 range for the direct orders. The thing that I did learn at Expo was, you know, even if you had 41, let's say you had 4162, right? 4163 could have been an order for a Labyrinth Translite, or something completely unrelated to Winchester, because it's just order numbers. It doesn't mean like this is Winchester. These are all Winchester orders, right? So, in between 4150 and the 4160s, there could be other orders. Someone could have just been on Barrels of Fun going, I really need that Labyrinth alternate back glass. Let me buy it real quick. Or I need a Labyrinth topper, or whatever the case may be. So, in that range of 20 number, or from 50 to 60, so in that range of 10 or whatever, you could have other orders that aren't Winchester. Thank you. Gosh, now we have 6-7ers in here because my child is here, and it's probably one of his friends that just created an account. But again, thank you for watching. But you know, something good did come out of there. We got some people that shared where they were relatively in the order count when they ordered, which if Barrels goes by the number in which orders are received, that gives you a good indication of where you may fall on the list. Again, all conjecture, like as far as just, like I'm the guy with the red, the dude from All Was Sunny with all the red lines and all the documents, like conspiracy theory, but it's better than anything else. Like, it gives me something to do. Yeah, so I'm thinking the guy that got in when Kerry Hardy dropped his video is probably pretty early. Maybe not the earliest. I'm sure that there's some fat cat pinball guy that heard about it before anyone else did and got his order in earlier, but it's just fun. Like, it's fun. In the absence of information, I'll create my own information. I can still sow chaos without having a company's information to do so. But there's 200 direct orders. I do know that I've heard that. I believe from Barrels, someone at Barrels when I was at Expo. Or maybe I heard it from on a Zach stream. I want to say that it was on a Zach stream, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to say. I can't say for sure where I heard that. But one of those two sources is probably pretty good. Crap, that was really late. There's no excuse for being that late. But yeah, there we go. Did we get it? Oh, you can't. Yeah, we didn't have enough time. If I would have hit orb there and extended it, there's like no grace on extending your mode there. But just something to do while you wait. Really, nothing else. Ah, crap. But yeah, that's enough of that. We'll talk about Maiden. But I am excited to get Winchester. Pending tomorrow's rollout of Walking Dead Remastered, I may get in on one of those because I feel like I have enough time in between Winchester and if you haven't watched a few streams, I've decided to get a Beetlejuice. So I will have a Beetlejuice to stream. It won't be early. It'll be a later one. So I'm thinking I have enough time to recuperate funds. 4190, you're not getting yours until like Christmas 2029. I'm just totally joking. That's not really terrible. You could have like looked it up and been like 4390. And then how would you like that? That would be terrible. But I'm super hyped to get Winchester. I'm super excited to go to Houston in a couple of weeks and go to the expo and go tour Barrels. The other thing that people aren't talking about, this will be the last little thing, my the theories that someone brought up to me today was the Winchester effect and Dune. Because there were a lot of people that went to Expo and stood in line for a long time to play Winchester and really, really liked it, and then realized they couldn't buy it. Well, guess what was right next to Winchester and Barrels of Funds? Booth. It was Dune. And Dune is rightfully a pretty solid game as well. So I think that there was I think the word is boon in sales, probably to Dune that they didn't expect. Like, Dune was probably holding its own on its own. But I do think that the fact that people couldn't get their little grubby nubs on a Winchester anymore, and especially the people that aren't willing to pay like a super premium now to get in there, maybe just said, you know what, I really like what Barrels of Fun is doing. I'm going to get this Dune because I played it and it's pretty good too. So maybe their production numbers of Dune, or their sales of Dune, went up after Expo because people were like, okay, you can't beat me in Deadpool. So maybe you know, Barrels, because they're not like a manufacturing giant like Stern, maybe they were like caught a little aback by the fact that Dune numbers, all of a sudden you got a flush of 50 to 60 orders for Dune or something, and you weren't expecting that. Maybe your sales trickling in were like, I don't know, 10 to 15 units a month on Dune.
Select your soundtrack.
Again, all conjecture, all just random guesses on my part, but it is an interesting concept to think about the follow-on effects that maybe Winchester caused at Barrels. I mean, you can isolate them to Winchester and say there's no way that they thought it was going to sell out, in the first few days.
Ready.
So maybe that rushed their timeline or maybe overwhelmed them a bit. But also maybe they didn't expect the numbers for Dune to go up so significantly after Expo. I did not do... I qualified pretty well in the tournament at Expo, but I think I had like 7 buys. So I didn't play until like 4 p.m. the day of finals. But I ran into a buzzsaw in the first round that absolutely dominated me in pinball. She had been like wrecking everyone all day. And I think I met her 4th or 5th round of playing that day. So she was well ready to go and absolutely introduced me to how to play pinball. But it was really fun to play. And then my second round, I think I won 1 game and then ended up losing 2. So I don't know, I can't remember exactly the place, but it wasn't good. I did qualify for A division.
Clark is the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Holy crap, thank you for the gift sub, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. And I get to finally hear my audio cues that I was attributing to Iron Maiden, but they were my own little audio clips that I selected. That was from Christmas Vacation. Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And the other one was Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. Get in my belly. I just picked random things that I liked. Random quotes from movies.
Lock is lit.
Alright. I really wish Get In My Belly wasn't Call Out Maiden that just randomly happened. But thank you again for the gift sub. Really appreciate it. But yeah, it was, there we go. I can hit that spinner for less points. If I would have hit the far spinner over there, it would have given me more points. But you have to combo the... Not combo, but you have to hit this ramp over here to light it, and then do that. I made it seem like that was something that you can just do, but usually you don't just do that. Crap. Oh, that was bad.
You're just a shell of a man, Ed.
Thank you, random high person that just created an account. Which, if I had to guess, I think your name would be start with a B. If I had to guess. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I was looking at my stream numbers, and I think I've streamed for 200 hours. And if you guys want to peek behind the curtain of how lucrative the Twitch streaming is, I've made $61. This rig cost about $4,000 to put together. Isn't that hilarious? Oh, that's funny. But now I can watch my own pinball back and find out what I did to like blow the score up and figure out some stuff like that, which is very helpful for competitions because I can't do the mental math that some of these guys do that just understand exactly where they're at in the game state and then they just dominate. But I do appreciate the continued support. Gotta love what you do. There we go. We'll do a naked trooper. Naked trooper is just simply a trooper that doesn't have any pants. No, just kidding. It's a trooper without a mode running. So we're gonna try to do trooper where we hit jackpots and do great things. That's not a good start right now. We do have 2x running, so it'd be nice, you know, as we have 2x running, if we actually hit a shot. Just one, like maybe one shot. This is such a sick song. The cadence of the song is really good. I can hit that captive ball. That's about all I can hit right now. There we go. There we go. That added a ball. We need the super jackpot, which is that weird shot up on the side, which is not exactly like the most easy to hit. Sometimes you can hit it from the bottom flipper, but it's not the easiest thing to do. That almost went up there. Oh, that could have been it. So really what we want to do is go up the middle here and get it to go up the ramp. Or sneak back in there like I was just trying there. We're not having any luck getting this super. That was a good power jackpot though. That's what we want to happen, and then we need to go, too early. That was... Let's just go up there and see what happens. That was close. This will be... Oh, it went... There, like that. That's how you hit it from the lower flipper. It's completely luck. So we got the trooper by collecting that, and then we died, as per the custom. We have our loot jackpots ready, which I did not hit. Would like to hit the Toon Treasure. Ah, that was dirty. Yeah, it's super fun. Like, there's a lot of really good, like, Grown Up Adjacents rated my stream a couple of times. He's super, super nice. Random people find your stream, like Jack Danger came into my stream really early on to me streaming. And that was amazing. Neil McRae has stopped by one time. I think he was here in the States visiting, so he was actually on this timeline. Hey, Papa the Guy, how you doing? So it was really fun. It's always fun when there's people in the chat, because then we can just discuss things and have fun playing pinball. And hopefully you learn something. Like, I am not a top tier player by any means, so we are not Carl D'Angeloing up in here. But or even Eschering, or even Daltoning for that matter. Watch one of Dalton's streams on this, and what he did to Maiden and a Macho Man Randy Savage costume from Halloween, downing Slim Jims like they were nothing. I could never dream of doing on Maiden. Dalton is another level of pinball player. Yeah, so there's, and Dirty Pool has been to my streams. I don't know if he's distancing himself now, because I said things on Pinside, but who knows. But he's a super nice guy. He did all the sound work on Winchester. Oh, nice. Yeah, I love pinball. I just love everything about it. It's so much fun. It's a great mind dump because you're really focused in. At least I am focused in on the rules. So when I'm focusing on the rules of a game, Maiden's a little bit of an exception because there's some nuances to the rules, but it's not super deep to where you have to, you know, pull out a manual to figure out how to play it, which is kind of its charm in a way. But when I'm thinking about pinball, I can't think of the other horrors that persist in our world. So it's a nice escape. That's why whenever someone tells me I just hit the flashy stuff, I'm like, oh no, sweet child. You can completely shut your mind off if you just give in to the code. And you don't have to think about anything. Oh, that would be awesome to witness. I've watched him play a little bit at Expo. But like his, I think it was his Jurassic Park game against Escher is like one of my all-time favorite things to see. Like that comeback on JP by Dalton was insane. But yeah, whenever I hear someone say, no, I can't learn the rules, or I don't want to learn the rules, I'm like, that's like a lot of the joy for pinball for me, is because it shuts your brain down for other thoughts. So it's kind of like I guess an escape in that way. But take that with a grain of salt, because I used to loom knit like winter hats because it did the same thing. Just something that focuses your mind on something. Whether it's a repetitive task or whether it's like complex pinball rules is always cool. Yeah, him on, like, Dalton on Rush is probably comparable. I don't even know what it would compare to, but like, it's that much more impressive on Rush, because Rush is really a game that you really have to know what you're doing to actually blow that game up. Z-Mac on Kong. I think it was Z-Mac that was doing, like, my arm doesn't bend that way, but he would just do this and touch the action button. Like, he would bend his elbow in. And what was, Escher was doing something similar, but he was using his belly. But watching those guys that are on, like, a completely different planet in terms of pinball is always a blast. Hey, Russ, how are you doing? Thank you for checking out the stream. Appreciate it. I'll be streaming for probably another 30 minutes or so. I think everything's gonna hold up for that long. Changed all my batteries and everything. But yeah, like watching those guys and like seeing how they approach things. One of the biggest things was when I started watching like the Eschers and Z-Macs and the Jason Zollers and the Daltons of the world is
Welcome, warrior.
adopting their strategy for something that I'm actually capable of. Because sometimes a strat doesn't work for me. Like if I, you know, watch an Escher play No Fear, for example, and he hits that upper ramp like 35 times in a row, that's probably not a viable strategy for old Pinbolls here. So I have to find little things that they do in their game that I can replicate, and then incorporate that into my game. Yeah, like if you start like rationalizing it, it kind of gets yeah, Derek Thompson is very good as well. But like when you there's like a very specific tier of pinball that exists that is so far removed from the rest of us. Like when you start getting in the Carl D'Angelos and the Eschers and all those guys, you're just like, there needs to be like a separate, like, there needs to be games that are set up specifically for them. Like if they're facing off, where they just have a completely different bank to play. Like where their game's designed just to make it difficult for them. But I think the closest that we would have, like around here, there's people that are getting really good, but then when you start in terms of like the top echelon, like the top 1% of pinball, they're not even close to being there. But I've been up to Delaware Pinball Collective, which is where Jason Zoller plays, and watched him play I think it was one event actually that I saw him, and then I saw him at Expo, or not Expo, but I saw him up at Delaware Pinball Collective playing, and just another level. And I think like most players, they have like different gears for like different tournaments that they can turn on, and it gets kind of insane when you sit there and consider like the levels that they have. Because I think everyone can do that in pinball. Like they play at a different level of focus based on who they're playing. Because sometimes you play up to your competition, I think is a thing in pinball. So like if I'm put up against a really good player and they put me in a really bad situation, like point wise, then I am like super ready on that ball 3 to like have this massive comeback. Whereas if I'm playing someone that's new at pinball, I might not have that same instinct going into the match, which can lead to losing too. But ultimately you want more people to play pinball, and you don't want to discourage people from pinball. Oh, that would be super sick to watch. Anytime you get a chance to watch some of these people, like if you go to a big tournament, check them out and just watch what they're capable of. Does it get tiring to watch them absolutely decimate something? Yes, it will eventually get tiring, but or maybe like boring, I guess, at some point. But like then you realize what they're doing. Like you should go try to do it on a pinball machine to see if you're capable of doing it. And that's where the appreciation kind of comes in about what they're capable of doing. Alright, let's try to put together a good game of Maiden. I've been sitting here rambling the whole time. There we go. Focus in a little bit. Trying to hit the mummy there. Usually from the upper flipper is a good option to hit that mummy from.
Shoot the sarcophagus to open
And when you're in tournament play, it's always a good idea to try to sweep the drop targets. Because if you manage to sweep the drop targets, what will happen is you'll light your locks immediately for Trooper, which is helpful. I don't know. I've kind of grown to be okay with the animations on this, but I get where you're coming from. I'm really interested to see Walking Dead Remastered tomorrow and what that looks like. I think it was very interesting that they chose to have that animation as the only thing they showed. I mean, it's a really well-known animation from the Walking Dead original game, but I don't know how much it moved the needle on getting people hyped up about the release of it. I do think that there's enough people out there that are waiting on to play that game. Alright, we're going to try to post pass and get this combo. We did not get the combo. That was too late. I knew it from the flip. I did not. I should have upward nudged. Yeah, I don't know if we'll see Ghostbusters. I don't know if that's because of the controversy surrounding the designer, or if it's more of a nightmare in licensing now, that they just don't care to go back to it. I kind of expected Tron to happen since Tron Ares, or whatever, was coming out. So I thought we might see Tron, because people love that game. But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, there's not really anything that people hate about that game. And it's kind of the same with Ghostbusters, minus some like little gripes about the geometry of some of the shots. The art package for the original Ghostbusters is pretty well loved. The cabinet art was pretty good. And Tron is the same with like the lit ramps or whatever. Amazing! With the neon. I think I'm going to get a Walking Dead Remastered because I don't have a Walking Dead right now. So I'm kind of just... And I don't really have a game to stream right now after I get rid of Maiden. So that might be a good stopgap pin to have for a few weeks. And I know that will seem like a really ridiculous concept to people. Like, why would he get a game if he knows he's only going to keep it 2 weeks? But that's kind of my whole thing in the hobby, is I don't usually keep pins for very long. I think, okay, so I'll tell you where my appreciation of Walking Dead comes in. Is I feel like right now we're in a period of time where there's a lot of easy layouts, like a lot of return to the flipper shots where you're not really punished. But on Walking Dead, which might be why you hate it, Walking Dead will punish you at all times. Alright, we got our soul shard, so we need to get back up the middle, which is not ideal that we're in multi-ball. I want up the middle, please. Can I please go up the middle? There we go. But it is a hard game, and the mode start is, like, to start makes it hard, right? Because you have to hit those drop targets that are in a very dangerous area for the geometry of the game. And then not only that, you have to hit the one that's correctly, or that's lit at the right time to qualify getting toward Bloodbath. So it's like first aid, weapons, and food. But if you already have weapons and you lock it in on weapons again, you've not progressed toward Bloodbath. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying, Russ. Okay, that makes sense. The two most important shots are suicidal, and that's great. Not everything needs to be like a baby pen or like super easy. Just my 2 cents on that. So I've always appreciated that, and the main appreciation is the Lyman code on that game is phenomenal. Like the scoring blows up if you're doing the right stuff, right? So if you're able to do the right things on Walking Dead, you will get rewarded so much in points for doing the thing well. And then the premium LE has the Walker bombs, which were missing from the Pro. So you're going to get that on the remastered no matter what. Plus, you're probably going to get Ray Day or someone coming in who's played Walking Dead in competition probably more than they've ever wanted to, but has always had an idea in the back of his head, like, if we ever do this as a remastered, I am adding this. This is what I want added to this game that I'm assuming that Ray Day loves that game. He could hate it. But in the event that Ray Day does actually like Walking Dead, just imagine, he's played it in tournaments, and he's like, oh man, it'd be sick if this was in the game. And then he adds it, right? Then he gets the chance to, man, I cannot hit that upper shot to save my life. Does that count? Oh, that counted as an add-a-ball. And I still can't hit the super. It's okay. Can I have a super, please? Please, let me find that super. Please, may I have a super? I did not get a super. See, look at that bull crap. You hit it right when you don't need to hit it anymore. That was fun. Yeah, Elizabeth Gieske she's earned all the hype. But I've always enjoyed the risk reward of Lyman code, and I wish more games still kind of incorporated that. Godzilla does it with what the heck is that mode called? Godzilla does it in a couple things. King Ghidorah, which is a tier 2 level battle. That we already got starboard shots. That was just happy timing right there. We need to hit that ramp again though. Easier said than done. Oh, I rushed that because I thought the ball was going to be in the way. We're going to definitely get... Oh, we got it somehow. It gave us the progress for it. So we just need to hit the middle. Right where I just was. Can we go in the hole, please? Please? Somewhere? Please? I'll talk more in a second, and I'll forget what I was talking about, so I'll repeat myself probably. That sucked. Don't take all my balls, please. That should count. We got that soul shard. The next one we collect, I think, is Can We Play With Madness, or Can I Play With Madness? So I'd like to get that. So let's try. There we go. Sweet! I like, man, this stupid thing sends it goes so quickly. Like, it changes the shot so quickly that I just don't know what I'm supposed to be shooting at. I'm sure I could just trap up and figure it out, but I'm not that player. Oh, I think we... See, like, it just changed. Like, it's like it almost feels like what I'm going to shoot at, and it's like, no, you can't shoot at that. Because I really want to hit a red shot. I really do. Did I hit one? I hit one. We got something. We got like a 23 million jackpot. Look at that. We're playing with some madness. That was pretty sick. I always play this mode trash because I try to play with a flow of a better shooting player, which I am not. Okay, so the green shots are locked jackpots? I guess. I don't know. We got some revive. We got a revive, I guess. It'd be cool to get another one. We got a lot going on here. I'll start yapping again here in a second. Oh crap, we just lost everybody. Everybody out of the pool except for you. You're cool. You can stay. Oh, we got something locked. That's why we're not dead. We need to hit that other ramp. Oh, it'll go back to the ramp maybe? Or are you really going to stay on the shot that I have to stage flip for? Oh, you butthole! It's like it knew I was going for it. And I hit the shot. Like, that's just rude. I like stage flipped. You should let me have that. That was weird. Luckily we have Cyborg lit. If we don't die off of that replunge, which we did. Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense as to why it moved when I shot. Oh, that's hilarious. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, how does it know? Totally manual. I feel like an idiot now. Thank you. That was hilarious. That's how it knows. That's funny. Oh gosh, that's good. That was good. Thank you for that. It does cycle over your flips. No, I know that. I was like, how the hell does this game know where I'm going with my next shot? Like to hit that. There we go. Now we need ramps is our biggest concern. Ramps and targets. I'd like a ramp, please. We need ramps now. It's always best if you can hit your ramp earlier on, or while your ball save's going, just let some stuff go. I'm just stubborn and don't let the ball go, and it usually ends up killing me. Still need our ramp here. Just wasted our revive for no apparent reason. Trying to get... Oh, that was so close. So much better if that was the actual ramp. There we go. Now we can hit the orb. No, we're just going to keep hitting ramps. I'm hitting all the posts next to it now. And now we can ramp out all we want, because we don't need to hit the ramp anymore. There we go. We got lucky. Now we won't be able to hit a ramp to save our life, as per the custom. Crap. Give me a ramp. There we go. Now we need orbits and spinners, which is the same shot if you can hit it up the middle. Like that. Now if we get the orb, like that, we'll get another add-a-ball. We just got our ramp really quickly. Now we need orbits and targets. There we go. Now we need power targets. I need to hit that. There we go. Oh. This is pretty cool. Having fun now. We had to revive over there, so we're good. We still need the power orbits. I Oh! Piddle farts. We got another ball, though. Oh, that was bad. I mean, the mayor of Double Dangers with active. That's awesome. I probably didn't need to do that. I would really like to not die here. Please don't kill me. You're gonna kill me. Combos and death blows score 5x. How much you want to bet that we don't actually get to experiment with that? We'll try to, though. That was a 5x, 2x death blow, whatever it was. Oh, that was bad. All of that was bad. That's probably my best game of Maiden ever. So, we'll definitely take that. Heck yeah. Thank you. I'm super excited about that. Look at that. GC, baby. Yeah, I'll take a 700 million. I mean, although it could have been way, way sillier than that. Because when you get into Cyborg and you start actually hitting stuff, it gets pretty ridiculous.
Select your song.
But shoot, before all that started happening, I think I was talking about Walking Dead Remastered and what I enjoy about Lyman Code. And it's just, he rewards you when you're, like, there's no question in a Lyman coded game about when you're blowing it up. Because the game will let you know. The game will be like, yeah, you're winning right now. And it lets you know by your points. It's like, oh, look at that, you just hit a 60 million point shot. Oh, what's that after it? It's another 60 million point shot? Oh, that's fantastic. You're doing great. Keep hitting shots. So that's what I like about it, and I think if Ray Day gets on the code, or even Elizabeth gets on the code, maybe they put Elizabeth on this remastered. Either one I am perfectly pleased with, because Walking Dead is a competition pinball players game, and I want competition pinball players adding to that code. Does that make sense? Hopefully. But I would totally be on board if it was Elizabeth or Raymond. I think if Elizabeth gets it, you're gonna be punished. Because like Analog just brought up, Scars is a great mode in Jaws, but if you don't understand that you're losing points by hitting those targets, which are conveniently located right next to the shots that you have to hit to progress in the mode, you don't appreciate the true fun of that mode. And the hilarious thing about it is they actually had to dial her back because she was punishing people even more. But she like adds like little intricacies to code that are really, really good. Sorry, I got some allergies today. And then in D&D, I had heard her mention that she was also helping out with the code on D&D. And so I always had like a sneaking suspicion that she was involved with the final wizard mode where you're going in to get to Samaster, if you're familiar with the game. And I always thought that she had something to do with the trolls and how they worked. Because the trolls, you had to set a trap. If you didn't set the trap, it didn't matter how many red shots you hit in the original code, you would not damage the trolls. Like, you couldn't kill them that way. And so, like, when she was walking up the stairs, because it was hard to catch her or Jack Danger in a moment where they weren't already talking to someone else and like you weren't being rude by going and talking to them. But she was walking up the stairs and she was on the way to something, so I couldn't really bug her that much. But I asked her about that Trolls mode from Dungeons & Dragons if she was involved in it. And I was like, did they make you like tone it back to where the red shots actually hurt the Trolls? Like you didn't have to depend 100% on the traps? She's like, yeah, I think they suggested that I make that a little bit more accessible. And I was like, I thought that was like, because she's really big on not only like you can get lots of points, but she's like also big on the punishment factor of pinball. Where like if you don't do something the way you're supposed to do it, you're gonna get hammered for it. Which I think that's an interesting concept to add into rule sets. Is if you don't do the thing that you are supposed to do, it kind of works against you in the mode. Like it's not detrimental to like completing scars, but like in Scars, you're going to lower your jackpot totals if you hit those stand-ups, if you hit the beachgoer targets during it. Got a Trooper Supa. We're just going to lose all these balls here in a second. Is it the Soul Shard? Oh, we got it. Okay, I was like, do I have to collect it or do I already have it? I don't know what that was. That was a lifetime achievement, I think, on it. Like where it's cumulative. I don't think it was anything I specifically did there. I think it was just cumulative over time. Another cannon to fire. Just trying to get that ball out of the way is why I flipped there. I also wanted that one out of the way. Here we go. Or, as another option, we could just drain both of the balls and end everything. Okay, collect 100 soul shards. That checks out. I do not often complete to where I get there. Yeah, the stealth slings are punishing, because then you have to fight like a whole nother enemy.
Well done.
All right, we'll do one more game. Hopefully we like one more reasonable game where I don't have to completely blow it up, but also don't not blow it up. I think it's feeding day for the snakes, so one of my snakes is out. If she was bigger, I would take her out and you guys would be able to see her. But she's not that big, so she doesn't show up as good on the camera. And plus, I'm thinking since she wants to eat, she's probably going to be in food mode, so she's going to want to bite me. And I don't feel like getting bit. Crap, just a little bit late on that. A little bit late again. Alright, let's finish this off with a good game. Let's freaking ramp out on some Icarus would be nice. Nope. There we go. Oh, that was a little bit early. The secret to shooting through the pops is pretending like the pops don't exist. All in. I love any audio cue on a game that lets you know the status of the mode that you're in. Like it says Icarus has fallen. That's letting you know that you can cash out if you want to. If you didn't know that. There's like always like little tricks and information in games that let you know, which doesn't really help when you're in like an arcade where you can't hear anything. But if you're at home, it's always fun to like actually be able to hear the game. And then you can, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm safe now. I can kind of play around with it now. Almost got the sweep on the drops there. Missed one. But we're on the stage where we're going to light our locks anyway. Please get that back. Oh, rude. Rude. This turned out to be a game that I thought was going to be good. And then it turned into something completely different, unless we can save it here with this solo. Let's try to save it.
Is opening.
Nope.
Shoot the left ram.
That was not even close to being a left ramp there, sir. Let's try to do that again. There we go. Sweet. But yeah, it's if you ever have a chance to own a Maiden for a little bit, where you can actually hear it, especially if you get a sweet deal on a Pro, or if you absolutely have to have the Premium, you know, get that, whatever. Doesn't matter. Own a Maiden for a little bit, if you're in the position to own a Maiden. I don't think it's a game that anyone's ever bought and they're like, not for me. Especially if they're like a pinball, like a person that's watching pinball streams, I should caveat that with, I guess. If you're watching pinball streams, you should like Maiden, I feel. You don't have to, but, because, you know, different strokes for different folks. But I think Maiden is a universally loved pinball game. Might get a little bit slept on at times because it's a little bit older now, a little bit longer in the tooth. Kind of like Jurassic Park in a way. Although I still don't like Jurassic Park as much as I feel like I should. I feel like I should like Jurassic Park more, but because it's a linear game and my skill is still not quite where I would like it to be, I have far more games of fighting Dilophosaurus's and Brachiosauruses than I should. So the linear nature of that game makes it not as enjoyable. But I'm also understanding enough to know why Carl loves that game so much. It's because doesn't matter how linear it is for him, he always gets really deep in the game. So he likes it a lot more than someone like me that gets stuck in the first part and doesn't get to play Visitor Center all the time. So we have a very different experience when it comes to that game, if that makes sense. Oh, that was a nice little save. Into a double drain. We just had to flip there, we didn't have a choice. Used our revive. Oh. Oh. Oh, you doofus. Oh, there's an extra ball lit. Let's do that. No, do not kill me. Let me have this. There we go. That was just a panic flip. That was not skill. That was just me being terrified of not getting that extra ball. Yeah, I do like that he did say that Winchester Mystery House is different, because I think he understands that people don't like they don't want to be fighting through the same thing over and over again. So building in that mechanic to don't you dare. Building in that mechanic for people to just travel to the room and not have to build their score if they don't want to is super, super smart. I don't think it takes away from the game, because for competitive players or score hunters or anything like that, he still has that. It's an optional, like it's a built-in optional mechanic. It's like you don't have to skip it, but maybe there's a competitive reason to forego building your jackpots to collect keys or something. You know what I mean? I think we've managed to build this into the decent game territory. So now it's all... We need to hit the ramps when we start Mummy, though, because we want to get the Add-a-Ball. A lot cooler if you just would have went up the ramp there, buddy. There's one. There's two. Alright, now we got our Add-a-Ball from hitting both ramps. That's all you have to do in Mummy, is hit both of those ramps, and it'll build your Add-a-Ball. Or it'll give you your Add-a-Ball, not build. Award is the word I was looking for. There was a game, I think the last stream I did of this, where I hit the ball up the ramp on both sides, which it was really cool to have that happen. I think that's good enough. But thank you to everyone for hanging out and checking out the stream. I'm going to try to find someone to raid, because there's actually people here tonight. So I'm going to look real quick, and if you can just stick with me for a second, we'll see if I can find somewhere to send you guys. To kind of pay it forward to someone else streaming right now. Let's see. Let's send you over to Flip City Pinball with... It says King Kong, but it looks like he's playing the new Star Wars. I don't know who he is, so hopefully he's a cool guy. Let's see what he's doing. Maybe it's a tech stream right now? I don't know. So hopefully you all enjoy this, and here you go. He has a pretty cool setup. Alright, I'm going to end my stream. Everyone enjoy Flip City. Hopefully he's cool. But thank you to everyone for joining. And really appreciate it. So everyone take care and have a good night. See ya.